Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I would like to register a complaint with management about daylight savings. What kind of nonsense is this? Is there? I'm sure there are some wonderful people out there who are not running late. I applaud you. Anyway. I hope that you are having a great day. I hope you got some sleep. And I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions. I take them out of the chat. I usually take them between like 11 and 12 before I go on because I'm in Chicago, Central Time in the U.S. So C. Johnson is seconding the would like to register a complaint with management. Yes. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. And we have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. Just having a quick look. Okay. So, Aiden Davis is saying, yay, my first lives. So excited to be here. Oh, fantastic. Welcome. Welcome. And welcome to all the new subscribers and everybody who's new around here. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we're going to start with a small video. Just to pull this up. Just need to pull this up on Twitter here. So let me make sure I've got this here so I can narrate. Yes, we're going to be narrating a little bit here. So this was actually a comment that was left on this Twitter post. So I want to share it with you. All right, ready? About 2.5, 3 minutes in. So this is the video. Turn that off. But there we go. We've got this video, right? Make that big. So the comment below said, just a simple man and his tractor working his land. It's spring in Ukraine and it's tank harvesting season. This example will be brought into town to the market where it will be sold off to the local co-op. This tank will then go on to mate with other tanks. So anyway, I wanted to make sure that this is, and thank you, Sarah, for originally finding that. So, all right. So okay, so let me put in this at 2:30, and then we'll go on to the questions. Okay, we're actually starting with. Oh, I'm glad you guys liked it. We're actually starting with a bit of a puzzle. Oh, wait, let's take these off. Somebody has osteoarthritis. So somebody puts these on. There we go. All's well. All's well. Oh, good. Glad you guys liked it. All right, ready to go. Okay, so at 4:30, this is odd. We know that the Queen Elizabeth, she is no longer staying at Buckingham Palace. She has said she's moving to Windsor Castle. She said apparently it's a lot easier for her to get around in Windsor Castle. I've been to Windsor. I've not the castle, but I've been to Windsor. I had tea in a tea shop in Windsor, near Windsor Castle, and it is smaller than Buckingham Palace. It's not. How do we put this? It's not a starter home, but so she's moved there, and they said something crazy like she'll be staying there for the rest of her life. It will be her for her forever home or something like that. It's like, what? What? So she's there, and Chinese social media is reporting that there's been a massive order of commemorative flags that's been placed with 2022 on it. It was ordered this morning from the UK. And if it's like, oh, well, probably Jubilee stuff, so 1952, beginning. No, it has her birth date, the year of her birth, to 2022. So it's either going to be quite the birthday celebration, or the Queen is poorly. I would think we would have heard something if she was no longer with us, but yes, I agree, everybody. She is 95. It does sound fishy, Revolution Ricky. Pamela Bryant saying jumping the gun much? Yeah. Rob D says it sounded a little bogus to me. Fair enough. Jeanette saying it's a platinum jubilee. Well, that would be the case, but it would be the dates of her reign, not it wouldn't be the year of her birth. 26? Is that right? It would be 1952 to 2022. It wouldn't be 1926. So anyway, I just thought we'd check in and find out if, considering how callous he's been so far, it's like, oh, so Charles has been making orders too. He's been so callous. Aaron Swan says it's her jubilee and her birthday. I hope so. Yes, Helen, not sure I trust the Chinese on this. Exactly. I'm not saying this is what's happening. I figured we'd just throw a few cards, see how the Queen's doing. Ooh, Rule Britannia. Hello. She really does have, like, how do I put this? It's like her energy field. It's like a castle in a chess game, or like a Tower of London shaped. Her energy field is like part quote unquote building. It's part establishment. So let's see. How's the Queen? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. All right, 10 of Swords. She's definitely hurting. Aaron Swan says Buckingham is undergoing a 7-year refurbishing. There we go. So we're just having a look. I think we would hear something directly from the UK. Star. King of Cups, Devil, Queen of Cups, Seven of Cups. It's just age. The Devil being corruption, it can just be, as you age. It's just aging of the system. There are a lot of people looking after her. That's all it says. She's aging, and there are a lot of people looking after her. That's all I'm getting. Mel Broussard says she misses her husband. And she is, yeah. I'm sure she'll be recovering from COVID for quite a while. A lot of cup cards around her. A lot of family who cares. A lot of people who care. All right, Two of Cups. More cups. People have lots of nice things to say about her. They care about her. COVID beat her up, but she's there. She's strong. Oops. Two of Swords. Ten of Pentacles, the Dynasty. Everything is set. If something happens to her, everything is set. Decisions have been made. She got her health care. It's steady on. So, I remember I looked at her chart for what it's worth. I looked at her chart a few months ago or something. It didn't seem like she was going to be under huge Pluto pressure or something really gnarly for a couple of years at least. So Roxana Lee says Taurus always wants to be prepared. Yes. So, and yes, I agree. Hang on. It went by quickly. Mel Broussard says the Queen hasn't exactly had a great year or so. Prince Andrew sure didn't help. That's true. But yeah, my as longtime viewers know, you kind of know my entire astrology chart by now. I'm a Sun Scorpio, but I'm a Moon Cancer. The big mom of the zodiac. If you get anywhere near me, I'm going to want to feed you. Make sure your toes are warm. Would you like to sit down? Would you like a blankie? That's just how I do. But it's in the second house. So pretty much, if you've got a Cancer moon in the second house and you don't have shelves in your basement with some at least a small amount of food stores, and you got some other really strong stuff elsewhere in your chart. So, and the second house is the house of Taurus. So yes, that practical nature. Yeah. Ian McGrath says most people do not live to 95. That's true. Okay. All right. If you'll excuse me just 1 second, I need to blow my nose. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Which reminds me to take my antihistamine. So, all right. So it seems like all's well there, at least for now. Memories of echoes. I love that. Charles gets on my last gay nerve. Pamela Bryan is asking, what's the weather like in Chicago? It's beautiful. It's 44 degrees, blue sky. It's lovely. Fran's saying, I hope you don't get sick. Are you kidding? I'm a germaphobe. I almost never get sick. That's how I can do this every day. I wipe everything down. It's a problem. I'm in therapy for this, but I don't get sick. Oh, rest well, Maria. All right, let's get this show on the road. They're back on the road. All right, at 16:30. Oh, Iran. 16:30. Oh, those pesky Persians. Iran says it fired missiles near the U.S. consulate in Iraq. Will we retaliate? Please no. Iran. And N7 is saying, I haven't been unwell since COVID began. Yeah, I think there are quite a few people who it's like, oh, well, I guess there's a tiny silver lining. But we're reading on Iran. Fired missiles near the U.S. consulate in Iraq. Will we retaliate? Insult to injury. 5 of swords. Oh, it's a kitty. Oh, just a cute little kitten. Mel Broussard says wearing a mask and social distancing stops a lot of transmissions. Yep. Pamela Bryant says, I guess masks do work. Yes. All right. 4 of swords. Page of wands. Oops. 3 of cups. 7 of cups. 9 of pentacles. So these are not cards of attacking Iraq. J.C. Johnson says, I'm still unclear why Iran fired missiles. I'm not. This was a message, but I think it just feels like Iran saying, I'm here. You will not ignore me. You know. Yes, we remember you're there. I'm not seeing catastrophe here for what it's worth. Helen says, I'm not planning on going back to shaking hands. Oh, as well here. I'm not a handshaker. No. Mm-mm. Pamela Bryant says, Helen, me too. I also think I'll be masking up for the rest of my years. You know, I think there might be oh, that's a point. Mel Broussard said, I wore my mask to the groceries. Oh, hang on. I wore my mask to the grocery store in Texas this morning. Oh, did you go to an HEB? Sorry. About 50% of us are still wearing them to shop for groceries. Smart. Aiden Davis is saying, I even wear my mask outside when I'm on my college campus. Can't be too safe. Masks don't just stop the transmission of COVID. It even helps with my allergies. Hey, that's good. Alexandra Bellino says, I miss seeing smiles. Well, there is that. Mel Broussard, wear latex gloves to shake hands. Oh, I've got boxes of those too. Oh boy. Yes, HEB, Mel Broussard. Darren Smith said, I haven't had a cold in over 3 years. Masks definitely work. Okay. Hello, Diane. Okay. Yes, masks do help keep you warm. Okay. All right, so at 21:30, I do find that the older generation from me, I shouldn't say that. Well, it just seems like when people, I could be wrong. This is anecdotal. I overspoke. It seems like if anybody's going to go in for a handshake, it's usually people around my parents, people around my parents' age, talking to them. They just automatically reach out and shake hands. And I'm just like, and I find younger people who are younger than me, they don't shake hands. So hopefully that is this. I know you're not armed. Actually, you probably are, but you're not armed in your right hand, which was what that was for. It was, see, here, I'm not armed. I'm not, my right hand, I don't have a weapon. Ignoring the left-handed people in the world, but that's what that was from. So it's like, okay, you don't have a spear in your right hand. I get it. I can see that. Moving on. Warrior Witch says, I don't like handshakes. Can we stick with the Vulcan salute? Live long and prosper. So, DDN says handshaking was taught as proper etiquette. Oh, I understand that. So, all right. Wave. Fist bumps, Mel Broussard. And Moss, just a wave. Waving's good. Hey. Hey, how's it going? My right hand is empty. I am not holding a spear. Okay. Geez. 23:30. An American journalist was killed in Ukraine last night. Bless everyone in Ukraine. Will this bring us closer to being fully involved in the conflict? I don't think so, but let's see. Justin Mom says, no handshaker. Always wear a mask. Use my germicidal bleach on everything. We should be friends. We are friends. Oh, and Moss, you're awesome. Stephanie Martin says that's what hand waving was for too, I think. No weapons. That's a point. Yeah. Justice. Well, what I'm getting is Putin is shelling civilians. That's a big. That's the big thing, and it feels bigger than this. Kevin saying, I was always taught Offer a handshake to all males. Let any lady who wants to offer her hand, if not, get over it. Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Magician. This is the journalist. Three of Cups, Strength. It's who was just saying it, and Moss was saying journalists sign up to go at their own risk. I think that's kind of what we're looking at here. Renier says journalists know the peril they place themselves in. You report from a conflict zone, you understand danger is everywhere. B. Gray says, I find the mom's comment very lopsided. Aaron Swan says, we used to wear gloves. The Queen still does. Oh, that's a point. Hang on. Where was it? The mom's comment. Oh, goodness. Where was it? It was something about someone was saying that they didn't understand why there's such a focus on Russian moms losing their sons and not fathers or, something else. It's very old-fashioned. But I remember, as I'm shuffling, when I was in college, I was friends with someone who worked at a big student housing complex, and with students from all over the world. And what he told me was, when people would go to move out, they would ask, how clean does a place need to be? And he said, it shouldn't be this way, but all I would have to say is, clean it like your mother was coming to visit. And he said, people from all over the world, students from all over the world, students who, maybe weren't even, maybe their mother wasn't there or whatever. Everybody he ever talked to knew what that meant. And every one of them was like, oh, not that clean. For what it's worth. So it's it's an old-fashioned cultural thing. And the other thing that we have to, it's kind of hard to remember, we're fighting so hard in this country for women's rights, for gay rights, LGBTQ rights, for, you name it, and animal rights. And I think it can be easy to forget, but not easy, but I think sometimes we forget just how backwards other parts of the world are. So, anyway. Okay. Ricky says, I know how to clean and wash my hands every day. I'm the only hubby in the world, okay, maybe in my house, with dishpan hands. That was cute. All right. Back down into the muck, my friends. We can do this together. 29 minutes in. The UK is looking at using sanctioned properties of oligarchs to house Ukrainian refugees. Will other countries do the same? Yeah, is it Abramov? Has this palatial 15-bedroom house in some super, super swanky part of London. 15 bedrooms. I'm racking my brain trying to think of, there aren't, let's see, I'm one of three girls, my two parents, that's, okay, 5, they're married, 7, I have 4 nephews, that's 11. None of them are married yet, so even in just my semi-immediate family, I've only got 11. 15? What do you need 15 bedrooms for? Seriously. Oh, be great. I agree. Men are fathers, and they, for the most part, love their kids every bit as much as women. I'm no disagreement. Hierophant. Governments taking money away from these people. Queen of Pentacles. High Priestess. You guys are having a really interesting conversation in the chat, but I'm gonna focus. They're gonna help out. I don't know if it's going to be direct housing, but there are definitely countries that are going to use that sanctioned money, sanctioned properties, sale of sanctioned properties, or what have you, for to help people of Ukraine. No, thank you, be great. So, Mel Broussard said, put some bunk beds in the bedrooms. You could probably put 20 families in that house. So, Queen of Pentacles, these are the oligarchs. It's actually secret money. They've been moving money around. And money will go toward Ukraine. I don't know. The amount of damage. And mostly just getting the sheer amount of damage being done. And my shoulder's seizing up. Oh, man. So I think they will. But Eric, there wasn't even a picture of the house with the 15 bedrooms. It was just a picture of the swanky, like, gated entrance to the area where the super swanky houses were. Well, no. All right, 33. Russia's currency reserves have dipped so low that banks are concerned. There is real worry that Russia may be about to default on its foreign debt. Last I heard was, and I could be totally wrong on this, is the IMF was worried about Russia defaulting on $177 million loan, and there's others or something. Basically, is Russia about to default on its foreign debt? There's a book I want to read. This morning, there was a woman on MSNBC. She wrote a book about dictators from Stalin to present day. And basically, like, the stages of these autocrats. And it was really interesting, the psychology that basically Putin has reached the late stage autocratic. You're totally paranoid. You do not trust anyone. You are completely isolated. There's a psychology or a pathology, really, to this way of living. And he is ticking every box on the list. But Russia, are you going to default on your national debt? I just saw the little man himself, and I only say that about him. I don't care how tall he is. It's just, he's just energetically, he's even very small. He really is. He's a mean little troll. Mean little troll. Not like the big trolls, like Tolkien trolls, but the little mean, vicious. Yeah. So I got the little man throwing up his hands. Oh, how can we pay it? They've made it impossible. So we don't have to pay or whatever. We can't pay, so that's that. Page of Cups. Oh yes, like, once again, I keep getting this card for the weak, because pages are, they're children, they're teenagers, they're young people, they're people just starting out on maybe a new adventure. But I keep getting this for people assuming that liberal Democrats are weak. And lo and behold, all the weak little democracy-loving people, hi, wham, know how to pack a punch. We just don't like to. Ace of Wands, yeah, because they took action in Ukraine. It's not your country. Get out. Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Hierophant, Two of Pentacles. This reminds me, the other thing this one was saying, or was it it was either her or the journalist that was on with her. They were saying that it is not really surprised that Putin's military is turning out to be weaker than people thought, because it's a kleptocracy. And Putin has been funneling billions upon billions of dollars out of the government and out of military spending. He has $1 billion home, and that's just one thing. There's a yacht. Is it in Italy? Somewhere. But there was a picture of it, and they think it might actually belong to Putin. You should see this thing. It's gargantuan. And, these things are what Putin has. That's money that should have been going to. So the Ukrainians were not harvesting, bringing in their tank harvest this spring. So will Russia default on their payments? This is toppling. This is wobbling, about to topple over, and it will cause waves. But if they don't default, it's so close. But I think they actually will. But Putin himself and the oligarchs, even with all that stuff being taken away, they're still insanely rich. So what do they care? Their people are feel beaten up, but if they default, as long as they're okay, as long as they're still rich, they don't care about these people. They do not care about the Russian people. They don't. It seems to me, it's like, how could that even be? How could you not? But then again, I'm a Cancer moon. Why do you think I stop in the middle of this very important live streaming every day? If little fuzzhead over here is crying because he wants me to cover him up. He won't just lay on the blanket. No. During the day now, he's decided he wants to lay there. He wants me to make sure he's covered. So he's nice and warm, all curled up under the blanket. So siphoning off billions of dollars that could be going to help people and keep the borders safe, so I can have a $1 billion house and whatever that yacht thing was. It's like the Empire State Building as a ship, and I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. All right, so at 40 minutes in. All right, let's see here. Educated anti-Putin Russians are trying to leave the country in droves. Man, here's the thing though. Educated anti-Putin Russians are trying to leave the country in droves. However, With no one willing to offer them visas, will they be able to escape? Mel Broussard, Russian brain drain. If they can get out of the country. Yeah. Ricky's saying, I know the feeling. My dog sleeps between me and my wife, and if we move, she starts growling. Oh, well. Four of Wands. People who would have otherwise been able to go on vacation, people with an education, people who got educated overseas. Ten of Cups. Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Hanged Man, Sun. If they have money, there might be some ways to get around something, but you have to have a lot of money. That's the other thing. Just suspension. Trying to find ways, but it's the government also doesn't want them to leave. They can't get, they're having trouble getting visas in other countries, but the Russians are also, the Russian government's trying to keep them in. It's not good. Very straightforward. The Russian people are going to pay for Putin being their leader. They have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to go. It's sad. All right. And many of them are being arrested. Ay-yoy. Oh, speaking of oh nay nay, as I'm shuffling, I've been trying to set up a merch account to offer stuff and to link it to YouTube. Well, it linked before it was ready. So for, I guess, the last day or so, you've seen like merch available on my channel. And apparently there are a few people who got, one or two things. I apologize. I hope they're good. I wasn't going to go live until I received the samples that I bought and made sure they were of a good enough quality and see if there's anything I needed to be improving on. So I apologize, and I hope what you get is good. I really do. And I feel terrible if it isn't. It should be okay, but I won't know. And I'm very persnickety about quality of stuff that I offer. But anyway, I will be getting my samples at the end of this month. And if they're of good enough quality, then yes, in beginning of April, I'll be turning that on. And there'll be, one day I'm not using it. The cute kitty tarot graphic is what I'm starting with. So, all right. Shockwave. I have got my questions for today. I'm sorry. They're awful. They just want control. They're extreme. Pluto is plowing through Capricorn, and which is the patriarchy, and it's okay. Let me just we'll do this. 40, 45, 45, 30. Well, let's talk about this for a second. 45, 30. Why bounties? Okay, so Shockwave was asking, why are certain states putting out public bounties on women, trans kids, LGBTQ like it's a joke, and bounties on people who help them? It isn't a joke. What's happening is, oh, thank you, Kevin. What's happening with this is that Pluto is the plow, and it's still plowing through Capricorn, and it's getting near the end of Capricorn. It's in like the last 5 degrees of Capricorn. Actually, I wonder where it is. Capricorn is the patriarchy, and as Pluto is getting near the end of that Capricorn field, it's digging up the ugliest parts of the patriarchy. So to turn that soil, to bring everything up to light, so people have to show their true natures. They have to show their real beliefs so we can discuss it, so we can decide who we want to be as people. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Pluto's at 28 degrees of Capricorn. I mean, it's less than 2 degrees away from Aquarius. So we're getting down into the real depths, the end of the line, the stuff that was sticky and you have to kind of really get through. So we're seeing the ugliest sides of the patriarchy. And that's just what's going on, and it's astrological. So yes, Mel Broussard, unearthing the ugliness. Exactly. Mel Broussard, tilling out the trash. Yes. Kim Larson says it's straight up fascism. Right wing's wet dreams. And what is fascism? Fascism is patriarchy. It is patriarchal control. Yeah. So, we'll get through it. And it's not going to stand. Not long term. And trust me, once Pluto moves into Aquarius, things are going to change. So, all right, at 49 minutes in, Jen Glenn had a question. 49 minutes in. Jen Glenn was saying Ukrainians are being arrested in Russian-controlled cities. Will they be okay? Oh, jeez. How are Russians treating their prisoners? There's a mayor in one of those eastern cities, wasn't there? Is it Mariupol? Was arrested, taken away. And I think his second or somebody else has stood up and declared themselves the new mayor, a woman. It's like, whew, talk about standing up and putting a target on your back and your front and your top and your bottom of your feet and the top of your head and oh man. Ricky's asking, when will Pluto move into Aquarius? Well, it's going to first enter Aquarius next year. Early next year, I believe. And then Eventually it'll go into retrograde, so it'll come back into Capricorn. Just double check to make sure that it got everything it could deal with, and then it's going to move into Aquarius for the next 15 or 20 years. So in 2024, it'll go back into Aquarius and stay there, and then we get the Pluto and Aquarius generation. So military action. Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Seven of Cups, Emperor. Russia's having trouble taking care of their own soldiers. Putin wants to get some of them to admit to atrocities and try to make a big thing of that. Oh, it's March 2023. Thank you, Pamela. To send a message. I am not liking these, and my jaw hurts. C. Johnson, does Pluto get more aggressive as it's getting closer to going into another sign? It's not necessarily aggressive. It's see if I get 3 more cards here, and then I'll say more about Pluto. Ace of Wands. Nine of Swords, Empress, Eight of Cups. Well, there's that, which is cold comfort. It's not great. But these are Ukrainian people, and man, they are sticking together. They're totally in the right. Some of them will be in bad situations, but will actually feel like they wish they were back in Ukraine, not just to fight, but because they've got it easier than the people who are being shelled, even if they're really hungry or whatever. I'm getting tough people who are going to stick together, who do not give up. Russia, Putin specifically. Putin, you moron. So I wish I had better. I wish I had better cards. It's not great. As far as do things Pluto get more gnarly as it and reaches the end of a sign? Sort of. The mental image I get is like there's a like a metal barrier. Like there's this makes no sense, but it's like you get a door and then you get a plate along the bottom that demarcates the two spaces, like Capricorn and then Aquarius, and you've got to go across it. But what I'm getting is this is all soil, and you're plowing, and that plate actually goes straight down. It's a metal thing that goes down. So it's like as the plow is cutting, it's cutting through the soil, and it nears that barrier, like some stuff gets compacted there. It just, the energy is kind of, it's not necessarily more aggressive. It's just, there's a lot of gunk there, and then there's this transition, and it's not fun, but it's necessary. You have to clean out the garbage, or it will fester and rot from the inside forever, and just, you can't have, with a lot of anti-aging stuff that's going on right now, and anti-aging research, they're starting to not just look at keeping cells alive longer. It's getting rid of the cells that are dying or dead. Sentience, I forget what the word is. It's something along those lines, but it's basically how fast can you get the dead stuff, the bad stuff out? And the better you can do that, the healthier the system is, the better you age. So, all right. Senescence. Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you. All right, 57 minutes in. Okay, so we've got one more question about the Russian argument. Then we're going to look at Zelensky's safety, and then we have two domestic questions. So at 57, will Russian troops be able to control Ukrainian cities for much longer? Good way to put that. Excuse me. Will Russian troops be able to hold Ukrainian cities for much longer? Thank you, C. Johnson. Oh boy. Hold them or just knocks them down. Two of Swords. Death card. Hermit. Four of Cups. Putin. Putin's not giving up soon. Oh, thank you, Susie. Thank you for being here. Decisions were made. There's a lot of civilian death. Russia's isolated. Putin's not listening to reason. He still thinks he's going to get a victory out of this. Not against Ukrainians, you're not. Russia will never win this. They can flatten Ukraine from border to border. Ukrainians will find a way back. They will find a way back. They will never give up. They will never give up. 8 of Cups. Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands. I'm not, I would love to say this week is going to be an end to the fighting. I'm just not getting it. We've got an immovable object versus a semi-unstoppable force. And I don't mean the military, I just mean Putin. So that's all I'm getting there. 101. Cecilia would like me to check on Zelensky's safety. Let's see what I've got here. Excuse me. Oh boy. 130. Let's check on Zelensky's safety. Iron Swan, I'm afraid I don't quite understand that. All right. Volodymyr Zelensky. Oh, wow. He is, as much as anybody can, he has come to terms with the real possibility he may not survive this. And he's talked to his wife about it. And he has small children. Wow. Wow. Like, I'm getting teary here. It's just looking death in the face and just saying, then that's what will happen. Wow, heartache. Memories of Echoes, he is a hero. Yep. Moon. 8 of... Can anybody say that Zelensky hasn't been working? Sorry. Joanne, I understand. Let's not put that out there, but I'm reading on the topic, so. Well, this is, oh geez. He's very much protected, as much as anybody can be. This is what's happening to Ukraine. This is howling at the moon, stuff falling from the sky. This is bad. He is working. He is just working. He does have a lot of protection. He's trying to get things calmed down. I don't like that this is an angel and that this is a new beginning. And this is, let me get some clarification on that, because we let's make Zelensky a hero, not a martyr. Oh boy. And we know from Andre at Astrology Alert, who's going to be here day after tomorrow, Tuesday. He's going to be back. We're going to talk about the U.S. chart. Andre was saying how his astrology right now is terrible. Are you safe? Will you be safe? I'm sorry about the allergies or whatever this is. Three of Pentacles. Oh, there's an absolute plan of succession. Something happens to him, they have everything set up like way down for who takes charge, and then who takes charge, and then who takes charge, and then like, you think in the States, you think our line of succession, it's like you like 7th, 8th person down. This just, it's like 50, 100 people down. Something happens to Zelensky, this person takes over. Then that takes, or if that something happens to them, that takes this person. That. It just goes. It just keeps going. Helen says Zelensky visited wounded Ukrainian soldiers today and walked around without a bulletproof vest on. So brave. Oh, wow. I wish he would wear a vest, though. Wear a vest. Vest. There's no shame in wearing a vest. Page of Pentacles. Two of Cups. I know I did it, but Queen of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Eight of Wands. Okay. I'm not getting. Okay, I'm not getting the horrible here. I'm not getting death, devil. Actually, devil would be more the insurrection, the corruption of the insurrection, but I'm not getting devil, even hanged man, or I'm not getting any of that. So I'm not getting the world card. I'm not getting. So bless all of Ukraine, everyone in Ukraine, everyone fighting for freedom, fighting for democracy. Divine Spirit, pour your divine energy into the world, higher and higher vibration, filling all the world, overflowing all over the world. Beautiful divine energy, the highest vibration, raising the vibration of everyone and everything toward unity, compassion, understanding, connection, kindness, love. Including stick in the mud Putin. Divine Spirit, pour divine energy into Vladimir Putin to raise his vibration up. To raise his vibration up higher and higher until he understands he's part of the world, that we are in this together. And the real strength is in compassion. The real strength is in caring. Okay. Whew. Getting a little bit teary. Okay. A couple of, thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Roxana. All right, so at 110, this is, Baby 551 had a question, which, okay. DeSantis's wife, Casey, happy or miserable with all he's doing? Casey DeSantis. I never read on Casey DeSantis. Oh, Casey DeSantis. What are you thinking about what your husband is doing? Something, thank you, Ann Moss. Helen says, how can you be happy married to him? I was just going to say, I really... someone like her husband, the kind of things he's doing, the kind of intolerance, the kind of cruelty, the kind of selfishness, the kind of extremism, the likelihood he's just leaving that at the office at the end of the day and going home and being Mr. Sensitive Husband? No. Thank you, Marby. Thank you. Thank you. It's and it doesn't mean that he's always been this way or this bad, but he's gone full patriarchal, and that's ugly. Thank you, Justin's mom. Thank you. Justin's mom praying for you, Autumn. Wonderful person. Thank you. That was very sweet. All right, Casey DeSantis. Yes, you are the wife of the far right jerk. Yep. Now, are you happy about that or are you not? He's extremely prominent. Seven of Swords, Empress, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. And is she still fighting cancer? She's married to a governor, very prominent, well-known governor who's talking about running for the presidency, taking people's rights away. But from his perspective, it's the little how dare people try to be anything other than horrible, patriarchal, whatever. This is America. This is also the feminine nature. I'm wondering if she is still fighting a female form of cancer. I know men get that too, but there are many more women who get it. This feels like money. This is power. This is money. Patricia is saying it was reported she was having chemo treatments last month and he took her to a gathering where there were no masks. Yes, I remember that. Susie said, I have female friends who love him. Best guy ever? Oh my gosh. Oh, Aiden, thank you. M. Kelpie says he declared her cancer-free a couple of days ago. Oh, I hope she is, and he just didn't decide. She's standing by him. Jen Glenn says it feels like he cares more about his regime than he does her. Artemis Lune, thank you. Estrogen-related cancers, thank you. Thank you. Warrior Witch, I'm not going to disagree with you there. She's standing with him. Well, I do wish you health. I do not wish cancer on anyone. I wish you health. I just wish your husband was out of office. Ugh. All right, 116. All right, we're ending on a good note. San Francisco unveiled its first tiny home village for homeless people, giving 70 people a place of their own to stay. Will other large cities follow their lead? Tiny home villages for homeless people. Linda Kingsley says only 70? It's a start. Have a great day, Pamela. Well, helping the homeless. Some safety, some dignity. Sorry. Queen of Cups. It's caring. Queen of Wands. 7 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. This is a far right fighting against that. Just keep homeless people, just keep moving them on. It is infuriating. It is absolutely infuriating. So a lot of large cities have Democrat-led governments. I don't know that I think we're going to have to get farther into Aquarian energy before we can really help. Darren Smith, Autumn, do you have a dairy allergy? No. Allergy? No, I'm vegan. I don't digest anything animal-based very well at all. So I've been vegan for 18 years. So. 9 of Wands. Star. So there's hope. 8 of Pentacles. Death. Again. Yeah, there are too many far right Republican jerks. So yes, Shockwave, we need homes for veterans. Yes. So Artemis Luné is saying there's a wonderful nonprofit veterans community project that is building tiny home communities for homeless vets. Excellent. Nice. All right. Well, but we care, and there are a lot of people out there who care. As much as we read on politicians and dictators, because this the whole political tarot thing is not a bandwagon I jumped on. I've been a political junkie for a long time, been a news junkie for a long time, and we read on a lot of mucky, icky people, but there are a lot of really good people too. And frankly, the average out there is people are good on the whole. If you take everyone in the world and you look for a kind of what's the average, it's more on the side of good than bad. Most people are just trying to get through the day. And any small, convenience or coincidence or something good, most people, they're not asking for much. But they want to do the right thing. So no, it's not everybody, but the majority of people out there, they are good. So please keep that in mind, because it can seem kind of dark sometimes, especially when we're touching on a lot of dark subjects. But anyway, so it's 1:46 p.m. here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over at Book Art Media. Links in the description box to creative sprints. And on Tuesday, Andre from Astrology Alert will be on. We're going to talk about the U.S. chart. And yeah, that'll be right back here tomorrow, because I'm here 365 days of the year. And I really appreciate that. I'm able to do that because of you. Thank you. All right, so hang in there. Do remember that you are not alone, that we're in this together, and that there are good days ahead. All right, so take care. All right, and I'll talk to you later.